Hi, I'm Susan LeBlanc, and this is Conversations with the Goodman School of Business. And my guest today is Arusa Mithani. Welcome, Arusa.
Hello.
Hi. You are the president of our Student Ambassadors Association, the Goodman Students Ambassadors Association. Tell us a little bit about what the SAA is all about.
Yeah, so the Student Ambassador Association, it's sort of like the community external group for Goodman. And so we focus on primarily three different external parties. So one of them include the local business owners and professionals in St. Catharines. We have high school students across Ontario, as well as other universities. So we like to conduct competitions and conferences with other universities and allow Goodman students to represent our school.
Yeah, and I understand you've just come back from a very important competition, the live competition.
Yes.
And I think there was some great success there.
Yes, there was.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So yeah, live competition, oh my God, it was quite a weekend. Live competition is very different from your traditional case competition in the sense that it's a full day business simulation. So the minute you enter that room, you're given a different industry and you don't know until you come to the competition. So one year we had a fashion industry, one year we had an airline industry, this year we had electric vehicle industry.
Oh, okay.
And basically what happens is every team, there's like teams of 5, and each team is considered to be a company. And so they put all 6 companies in a different country. So your team is competing with 5 other teams directly for market share and revenue. And so it's so intensive. It's quite, it's very different from your average case competition. And there's like rounds throughout the day. So it could be, we had HR, we had finance, we had marketing, and it's always different every year. So the 2 things that I really loved about live though is that firstly, you're not really like confined to one stream of business. You get a bit of everything. And the second thing which I really loved was that live makes sure that even if you're a first year student or you're a third year student, you're on the same playing field. So they don't judge you based on how much you know the subject. It's more based on your skill set. So they evaluate you on your numerical skills, your creativity, your communication, and your communication skills. Did I already say that?
It doesn't matter.
Oh. But yeah, basically they're the 4 basic skills. So even if we had a team which was mostly first year students, we had one team which was mostly third and fourth year students. So it doesn't really matter. It's just a great competition for any business student, really.
Wow. And how many did you send?
We sent 20 delegates.
Wow.
We had more actually, and we could only send 20. So
wow. And where did it take place?
It was in Toronto at the Renaissance Hotel. So the live competition is done by University of Toronto, Scarborough, UTSC, and they did an amazing job. We were they had networking sessions for us. Oh, they had socials. It was great. It was
great experience overall.
Yes. Everyone had such a good time that I think most of the students I talked to wanted to do it next year too.
Wow.
So yeah.
And I would imagine it's something that can be put onto your resume.
Yes.
To show some of the great experience that you got there, building sort of your leadership skills, your presentation skills,
sure.
I'm sure, all of that. Yeah.
We were competing for like 10 hours straight.
Wow. So you have to think on your feet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very intense. Very intense.
Wow, that's great. And I understand you had some success there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was it? The Campus Brand Manager Award? Yeah. Was that part of the live, or was that?
Yeah, that was part of live. Cody Weber, we were Campus Brand Managers this year. So we were just promoting live to our Goodman students, and we had such a great response from Goodman students. We had one team that was placed 5th overall. We took in 4 teams, by the way. So one team was 5th overall. That was Vincent, Justin, Demi, Pauline, and Lauren. And then we had one team which placed 7th overall, which was Cody, Stephen, Patrick, Colin, and me.
Wow.
And then we had one team that won the networking session, the networking challenge, and won a reward that was worth up to $500, and that was Max, Ruhi, Alexa, Bisma, and Vic.
Wow!
So a lot to look forward to, but definitely more than the prizes and the winning, it was the experience, which was the winner. Like, we had a great time.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. It's always great to hear. I know our students, when they get off to some of these competitions, they come back and say it's some of the best experiences of their life, and something that really helps build their whole overall university experience. It's something you're going to remember for a long time to come.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know the SAA has a lot of other things on the go, one of which, one of your big ones, is A Day in the Life of a Goodman Student.
Yeah.
And so what's that all about? What do you do with that?
So basically, we connect Goodman students to 3 different parties, and one of them would include high school students across Ontario. And so one of the things that we do is A Day in the Life of a Goodman student. We give Goodman students, or high school students, who are interested in the Goodman School of Business, a sneak peek into what it's like to be a Goodman student.
Right.
So we give them a wide range of experiences. We give them a chance to attend a mock lecture by a Goodman professor. We give them a chance to look into the PepsiCo Challenge, which is an internal case competition done by BMA.
Right.
We give them a very interactive, unique tour of the school, which is very different from your casual tour.
Sure.
And then on top of all that, they get this mini sales pitch competition that is going to be judged by our DECA execs.
Wow.
So it's definitely a very exclusive and a very unique chance. For any high school student that's interested in Goodman School of Business, that would be the day.
Yeah. And how often do you do that?
We do it once a year. It's every year we do it in November. And then we do have another opportunity for high school students. We have an event in, I believe, April, which is A-Team. So that's another event for high school students. But A Day in the Life of is just once.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. And I know I mean, it's been several years now that you've been that the SAA has been doing that, and it's great to see the high school students on campus and really getting a chance to experience it. It's like you say, students and their parents can come and do a campus tour, but this is really seeing what it's like.
Yeah, I mean, they get to network with our Goodman student leaders,
right.
As well as our professors. It's a great chance to just be able to know. To get a really good sneak peek, because there's a lot of questions, even just the transition from high school student to university student.
Sure, yeah.
It's a very big jump.
It's a different world.
Yes,
for
exactly.
sure. Yeah.
So these sorts of events give you a chance to, really ask your questions that you really want to ask. Yeah,
that's great. So is there anything else from, as president of the SAA, that you want people to know?
We have something called the Ambassador Program, which is also a great opportunity. We open up applications for that in January. And basically what it is if you are interested in, presenting or doing presentations, and you also like to be a mentor or represent the Goodman School of Business or Goodman students, we have the Ambassador Program. And every year we accept a few Goodman students to become ambassadors. And what they get to do is they do presentations about the Goodman School of Business and the programs that we offer to high school classes. Very interesting, very unique opportunity. They get trained by RNL as well as us.
Right.
And it's definitely something that it's very unique to the Goodman Student Ambassador Association.
Yeah, and it's a very valuable thing. I know as the school really appreciates having our own students out there talking to it. So it's great so that the high school students, I mean, you can hear from a staff person saying, yes, Goodman's great, but now they're hearing from actual students.
Exactly.
And someone they can relate to, because you just a few short years ago, you were high school students trying to make that same decision.
Yeah, for sure. We have good high school students come back to us and still remember, meeting someone who was a Goodman student at these events.
Wow.
And having them change their mind and actually come to Goodman afterwards. So
that's great.
It's definitely something that is very influential in their pathway and trying to figure out what they want in their university life.
Yeah, and I know we at the Goodman School really appreciate the work that you guys do in helping to bring our message to the high school students and encourage them to consider Goodman and to come to Goodman. So I think that's about all the time we have. Is there any last minute thing you want to say to the students, or how they can get involved, what they need to do? How do they contact you?
We have a lot of opportunities opening up in January. So keep a look into Career Zone in January. We have our exec positions opening up, as well as the ambassador positions, as well as a few other events that we're planning, like Jumpstart. So I'd say just keep an eye open.
Yeah, and get involved.
Get involved. It's definitely very important to the experience of, being 4 years at Goodman School of Business, like I know that my extracurricular experiences have been something very memorable to me. So,
Sure. Yeah.
Getting involved is great.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you
appreciate
for having
it.
me here.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful. And thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully we'll chat soon.